Obedience. Make una leave Sowore alone. Free him. I know recently he has come to attack Peter Obi like he has always done. Not only Peter Obi, he has attacked Alex Oti. Yes. But at the end of the day, look into the substance of what he's saying. You are accusing Sowore of dividing the opposition. That Sowore should work with Peter Obi, should work with others. But then again, look at Showore's concerns. Are they legitimate? Now, Sowore is complaining that Peter Obi is going to meet those people or is trying to form alliance with people that are corrupt. Is he lying? If the mountain will not go to Mohammed, can the Mohammed not go to the mountain? Peter Obi found it easy to go and align with the likes of them El Rufai, the likes of them Malami, the likes of them Atiku, the likes of them Rotimi Amechi. Peter Obi went to meet them, and most recently now, he has gone to meet Kwakwanso. And then in response, Sowore has come to attack that alliance. Sowore na person too, na human being. Considering that Sowore has engaged in protests, activities to also fix this country, what will it cost Peter Obi to approach Sowore? What will it cost? What will it cost Peter Obi to approach Deji Adeyanju? Forget that Sowore has vehemently attacked Peter Obi in the past. But you will agree with me, think. Between Sowore and Nasir El Rufai, between Sowore and Malami, who has attacked Peter Obi more? The kind of violent attack, both physical and words, that El Rufai attacked Peter Obi in 2023. If Peter Obi can overlook all of those and still go and form an alliance with El Rufai, what will it cost Peter Obi, even if it's just for show, to pay Sowore a visit? What will it cost? So for me, please, if you say Sowore is dividing the opposition, then I will say Peter Obi is dividing the opposition even more. It doesn't cost Peter Obi anything to meet with Sowore. Do you even know that even this ADC alliance is hurting Peter Obi more than if Peter Obi had gone to AAC? I am sure he would have gotten a ticket. Leave all this talk that Sowore is talking. Leave all these verbal attacks. Sowore is a Nigerian, is a human being. He himself gets emotions. I'm looking at it from Showore's part. I too would have felt bad if, after all I have done, somebody like Peter Obi leaves me and then faces the likes of the Malami. I will feel bad. I may not come out to openly attack Peter Obi, but I will definitely feel bad. So if Sowore feels bad and is attacking Peter Obi, what should our response be? Should it be to come out and be saying, oh, Sowore is dividing the opposition? What is Peter Obi doing to draw Sowore close? What? We can sit and condemn and attack Tinubu, attack Sowore all we want. And you can complain and accuse and say, oh, Tinubu has bought all the influencers. The city boys, Sheyi Tinubu has bought all the influencers. We can do that. But here's a question for you. When Sheyi Tinubu or the APC is buying the influencers, Who stopped the opposition from buying their own influencers? Who? Look at the City Boys movement. After City Boys movement became popular, the first rice they shared, we now saw a Village Boys movement also spring up. Now, this is the irony. Now you tell me, which of the prominent supporters, I won't say supporters, okay, which of the online influencers that are against Tinubu do you see in the Village Boys network? Which of them? Is Aisha Yusufu in the Village Boys network? Is Dele Farotimi in the Village Boys network? Is C King in the Village Boys network? Is Peter Aka, is he in the Village Boys network? If they are, maybe I have not seen. But we always do these things. Instead of us to apply the rules of the game, we now begin to complain about people who are applying the rules of the game. If Tinubu is sworn in again for a second term in 2027, it will not be because he rigged. It will be because the opposition was lazy. Lazy. So I'll say this, and you can feel bad, take the truth, act on it, or you can choose to attack and insult. It's all up to you. But like we say, no Nigerian is more Nigerian than another Nigerian. We are all Nigerians, and we all have freedom of choices. Now, this is my choice because of the love, the tremendous love I have for Peter Obi. I'm going to make this request. Peter Obi, reach out to Sowore. Reach out to Deji Adeyanju. Reach out to them. The alliance with the AAC, with people like Sowore, an alliance with Sowore will do you more good than an alliance with Atiku. I struggle personally. Every time I hear that, I remember that you are still in ADC. It get as my body they do me. I struggle. I am not comfortable with your alliance with the likes of the Merufa. I am not. I still believe you are one of the biggest chances for Nigeria, for that new Nigeria that we know is possible. But that alliance, ADC alliance, I am not comfortable with it. Does it mean I will support you in the election? I will. But here is the thing. Will you even get the ticket? May 30th, I'll be May 31st is the deadline for primaries. So the time is ticking on you. Your continued remaining in ADC, your chances of getting tickets there. Forget this alliance with Kwakwanso. Your chances there is 33%. That is F in any exam. You have Democratic Leadership Alliance. Professor Nwokobia. That's an option for you. You have the African, you have Sowore. Sowore is a viable option for you if you don't know. Talk to him. Don't let anybody shield you from talking with Sowore. If Sowore is being accused of dividing the opposition, you equally share the blame if you do not reach out to Sowore. This is my own 2 cents. And I'm saying it out of the depth of love that I have for you. We can't keep crying and think we can cry our way out of this or complain our way out of this. We cannot abuse and insult Tinubu out of office. We could not stop him from getting into office with abuse and insult. How we have come to think that a campaign of vilification, a campaign of smear, a campaign of calumny is what will now pursue him out of Aso Rock. With all the weaponization of poverty that has been done. How we keep doing that is what I don't understand. And that is why I say, and I repeat it again, if Tinubu is sworn in for a second term, my brothers and sisters, it will not be because he rigged. It will be because the opposition was lazy and the opposition handed him the biggest gift, voter apathy, because of this kind of division. Peter Obi is senior to Sowore, even if it's by a few years. If there is anybody that we call anybody, I expect that it will be Peter Obi that will do it. So please, Peter Obi, forget all the emotions and sensationalism online. Call Sowore. Even if Sowore do yanga, call him. If you call him and he doesn't listen or he doesn't give you positive response, come out and tell people like us. We will talk to him. And he will see reason. The truth must be told. It is painful to see that people like Sowore, who have fought in the interest of persons, are ignored by Peter Obi. Ignored. And then the same Peter Obi is going to meet the likes of them El-Rufai and then Malami. And then Sowore comes out and complains. And then you are saying, oh, he's breaking or dividing the opposition. Come on, are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Peter Obi, it is your responsibility to call Sowore. Call him. He will do you more good than the ADC. And I will end on this note. If really you want ticket for election, your surer bet, you have two options now, but the time is limited. Go to Sowore, you will get ticket on AAC. Go to DLA, those ones will give you ticket on a platter of gold. We the people go form the structure where you need. It is the alliance of the people you need, not alliance of people who have ruined this country. So again, I will say, Mona, leave Sowore. If Peter Obi will not call him, leave him. He's not the one that will be dividing the opposition. It will be Peter Obi that will be dividing it. Call Sowore. Leave the AAC. Now, before it is too late, if you want to get ticket, a word is enough for the wise. You can argue all you want. You can insult all you want. But that will not stop people like us from speaking truth to you. We are not blind followers of Peter Obi. This is how we blindly followed in 2023. And we assumed that those of you that surround Peter Obi, you knew what you were doing. But apparently the result is clear. You don't know what you're doing. If you did, you wouldn't allow Peter Obi to go and join ADC in the first place. I pray he gets tickets there. But the chances are very, very slim. Like I said, 33%. That's an F. If he gets it, I'm sure it will be easier for the camel to pass through the eye of the needle than for Peter Obi to get ticket on ADC platform. Where Atiku is, even if you manage to skim out Atiku by managing to somehow zone it to the south, which is very, very impossible. Very difficult, if not impossible. You have Rotimi Amechi there. And if you think Rotimi Amechi is a small fry, think again. No? The chances are slim in the ADC. So if Peter Obi wants ticket, those of you around him, tell him the time to leave ADC is now. Let him go and join either Sowore or Professor Nwokobia. He must, if he doesn't, if he waits till primaries, it will already be too late because of the Electoral Act 2026. It will already be too late. And I know you guys like to complain about the Electoral Act 2026, saying, oh, the Electoral Act 2026 makes it easy for Tinubu to rig. No. If Tinubu is sworn in for a second time, it will not be because of the Electoral Act 2026. It will be because the opposition was lazy. The Electoral Act 2026 is the best electoral act you have had so far. For politicians who are hardworking, who are ready to roll up their sleeves and do the hard work. But if you continue to have politicians who want it to be served a la carte, power is not served a la carte. Abuse Tinubu all you want. Power is not served a la carte. Opposition must be ready to do the needful. In 2007, 2011, 2015, when Tinubu was playing his political game in opposition, he studied the Electoral Act and he looked for how to outsmart the system. That was what Tinubu did. He didn't complain the way we're complaining now. If he came out to talk, he just came out to talk to heat up the polity a little. Not to cry and expect the same people who made the system, who are benefiting from it, to correct it and reform themselves out. How now? How? The Electoral Act 2026. Now you cannot be a member of two political parties. You cannot run primaries on two political. You cannot lose primaries here and go to another party. That is a plus for democracy. It is now left for smart politicians to roll up their sleeve and do the hard work. Oh, they say it's no longer a crime to use certificate forgery to contest the result of an election. And that is supposed to be bad. If you know that certificate forgery is a legitimate ground, why not do it before the election? Why not? The Electoral Act 2026 has made that to be a non-issue. What does that tell you? As a serious politician, you should be able to now go back to your drawing board and say, okay, if there is a $460,000 forfeiture by Tinubu, you had from 2023 to 2037, pre-election, to raise this matter, take it to court, and make sure that it is used to disqualify him from contesting in the first place. What have we done about that? Nothing. You know somebody forged certificate. You have 3-4 years before election to go to court and use that ground to disqualify the person from even contesting. You do nothing. Now, you contest election after you have lost or after you have been rigged out. You now want to go to court and use certificate for... I support the fact that the law now makes it a non-issue. If there is a certificate forgery that you are sure of, if there is a drugs case conviction that you are sure of, go to court. Make it a pre-election matter. At least the Electoral Act does not stop you from doing that. That is a better way to go. The Electoral Act 2026 is the best Electoral Act that we have had. It is. The only problem is that it is not for lazy politicians. Not for lazy politicians. Even the real-time mandatory electronic transmission from the polling unit, it's already there. And all the ingredients for free and fair election, for electronic transmission of results from the polling units in real time, all of them are there. But it's just that politicians don't want to do the hard work. But no problem. We have taken the hard work up. We have come together as concerned Nigerians to set up the Vote Watch platform that will make elections to be free and fair in Nigeria. With Vote Watch, you don't need to risk your life. You work in stealth mode. You will now be like an F-22 Raptor or a B-2 Spirit bomber that operates in stealth mode. That is how Vote Watch and the PU Marshal Network is. The opposition will not even know who is the PU Marshal at the polling unit. But the results will be coming directly from the polling unit straight to the votewatch.pro platform in real time. And you know the beautiful thing? The result will be automatically, electronically collated. So before we go into the collation gap where abracadabra happens, the result is already out there, making it almost impossible or very difficult for anybody to rig in that collation gap. We have the solution. It just means that we're going to work a little harder. We're going to work a little harder. That's all. So please, 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 please. Peter Obi, call Sowore. An alliance with Sowore, an alliance with Deji is better for you and for Nigeria than the alliance you have done with the ADC. I tell you the truth and I kid you not. Call him. And if that doesn't work, leave ADCO, go to DLA. Those are your best options right now. And the time for you to move is now. What do I know? After all, my own are just to set ring light and talk my own and take action with the Vote Watch platform. That is it. Every other thing is still up to you. Leave Sowore alone. If Sowore and Deji and the very dark man are complaining that you don't have structure, the result or the best thing to do is to come out and build your structure. Show them your structure. If they are complaining that, oh, you did this, you did that at so point in time, the best thing to do is to come out with your receipt. Sit them down. Host a town hall with Sowore. What will it cost you, Peter Obi, to host a town hall with Sowore and sit down and say, okay, Sowore, you talk, say, you said this. This is my answer, this is my answer, this is my result. It will dispel. Do you know what that would do? It will scatter all the propaganda machine of the APC or of Tinubu. It will. Challenge Sowore to a town hall. Public. Nigerians will be there. The way they do in the Honest Bunch, the way they do in all those podcasts, challenge Sowore. That's the best response. It is not for the activists around you to now engage in a social media attack on Sowore. That's counterproductive. If anything, that's going to hand Tinubu voter apathy, because even these Obidients will become perplexed and worn out to the extent that, as some of them are already doing now, when that time comes, they will simply not come out to vote. Is that not what we saw in the FCT local council elections? So a word is enough for the wise. Peter Obi, call Sowore, challenge him. Whatever concerns his reason, sit with him. This is not about taking Adeyanju to court. No, call him. Your alliance with him, at least he has not abused you as much as El-Rufai had done. So if you can align with El-Rufai, you can align with Sowore. Call him. If you're not here, I have said it. Let some of us know. We will broker it. We will broker it. It is well.